Hello everyone. Introduce myself. My name is Richard Manamuri. My university ID is 18205-029. Today I will presenting about my journal. This is combustion engine, sprocket wear analysis on sport motorcycle, forceps 150 cc. Abstract. The chain roller sprocket on the motorcycle is a very important component. This component serves to transmit power from the engine to the rear wheels. In this operation, the sprocket component always rub against the chain of the motorcycles. From the friction which will cause wear and the reduced service life. The types of wear that occur on the sprocket components: radiation wear and abrasions. Well, for the service life of the sprocket components study, they have been used for 420 days or 30.738.960 cycles. For the service life of the sprocket until condition must be replaced, the use is 4.1 time per minute or 105.742.022.4 cycles. The sprocket component itself has previously been subject to the surface hardening process using the induction method. Preliminary mortar cycles are features they are suitable for reaching various remote areas in place with low-cost configurations. The price of one unit motorized vehicle is affordable by most people, causing motorized vehicles to be the most widely used and found on the roads. Laboratory testing. Combustion tests. The purpose of these tests is to determine the basic compositions of a material. This test was carried out of the puspitec B2TKS using the PMI Master Pro spectralness tool. The procedures carried out on the combustion test are as follows. A. Prepare a specimen for combustion tests. B. Specimens are subject to a polishing process. C. Then the specimen is polished again using an autosol until it looks like a mirror. D. Then the combustion test is carried out using a spectrometer tool. A. This tool works using the principle of light reflection onto the test specimen. If the light reflection from the elements will be directly input into the computer and the composition result will be generated. Hardness test. Hardness test testing aims to determine the hardness of a material. This test is carried out at several points. The hardness test on the sprocket material uses the Vickers method and was carried out of the puspitec B2TKS laboratory. The procedures for hardness testing are as follows. A. Hardness test specimens are prepared. B. Specimens are subject to a polish process. C. Then the hardness test is carried out. D. This test is carried out at several points. A. Hardness testing of a casting sprocket specimen using the Vickers method. Metallographic test. Metallographic test testing was carried out to see the microstructure on the surface of the specimen. This test was carried out at the puspitec B2TKS laboratory. The procedure of metallographic testing are as follows. A. Prepare a specimen for a metallographic test. B. Specimen are polished. C. Then the specimen is polished again using an autosol until it looks a mirror. D. The specimen is attacked. A. Look at the width of the wear traces and the microstructure on the surface of the specimen. Conclusion. From the results of the metallographic test, the characteristic of the new and worn sprocket on the front a material sheet and with the difference in the velocity of the worn gear in the cross section can be seen the point of wear. 1. From the result of the testing, the chemical composition of the sprocket components includes in the type of a medium carbon steels AISI 1040 series with a carbon percent 0.22500. Number 2. From the result of the study, it is known that amount of wear and tear that occurs for 420 days is a 30.738.960 hours. Number 3. From the result of the study, the age of a sprocket until the head to be replaced was 105.7 for 2.022.4 cycles, or 1444.8 days, or 4 years. Number 4. Wear of the sprocket components occurs only on the sprocket teeth in the valley of the teeth. Number 5. Factor causing wear, namely looks lubrication of the sprocket components, as well as abrasive particles from operation condition. Suggestion. Number 1. From the result of the research conducted, the author suggests that it is necessary to carry out maintenance. The maintenance in the case the lubrication of the sprocket components on a regular basis. Number 2. To avoid abrasive particles, the outer components that the roller chain sprocket using a chain guard of cover. Thank you.